we're live.
Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 204. I'm Pete Braley coming to you from Virginia Beach this morning, along with my co-host, executive producer, show creator, and all-around great guy back at the controls in the stew, my son Matt.
That's me.
What's happening?
Hopefully everyone can hear Pete.
Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to start your day off on a positive note. If you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live weekdays here on YouTube, and you can also...
This is what we were worried about right here. Internet problems. Pete, can you hear us? Are you with us, Peter? We've been running through technical difficulties, and now we have Pete's beautiful frozen face right there for us. I think we might be losing it. See, what's weird is we've done the show from that location before, so the internet is the same, but I don't know what changed. Let's see. Yeah, he's gone. So now you guys get two Matts. Hello. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show. I will be playing both roles today, I guess. All right. We will be right back. I apologize for any technical difficulties. He's now calling me. I'll be back. Take two.
I didn't do anything.
And we're live again.
I was just sitting here. I was going to say good morning, tell you about our trip down here, and we went...
Instant frozen. Quick, get the entire show in real quick before you freeze again.
Here we go. Take a deep breath. Anyway, good morning. Yes, welcome. I'm coming to you from Virginia Beach, and Matt's back in the studio. And by the way, great job yesterday, guys. I didn't get a chance to see the whole show.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Very supportive father.
Well, you know, I was in the living room and everybody was around. I didn't know if everybody wanted to hear. They should.
They should. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? I'm embarrassed or something?
Everything you guys have to say.
By the way, I do need to confront you about something. You said a comment to Catherine, my dear sister, that you didn't want to watch live because you didn't want to put added nerves on us.
Yeah, I didn't want to put added pressure on you. If you guys knew, I mean, if I was talking to you in the chat, I mean, in the back of your head, you're like, oh, he's watching.
To be honest, I can confidently say I get no nerves with this show. There's a little bit of added pressure, just a little bit when I have to do the show by myself, just because there's a lot to do. But no, you could have watched live. You know, I don't know what that thing is. That little excuse you made. Justin and I are superstars. I think you might have forgotten about that. You know, I don't know what that's all about.
I was awake, by the way. I was up.
So you could have watched.
I could have watched.
Disrespectful.
But I didn't want to.
I said some things about you. You could have defended yourself. Really, well, it just made you look worse.
Oh. I'll have to go back and watch the whole show now to see what you said.
All right, hurry up before you freeze again.
Okay. Anyway, good morning. Yeah, we got down here on Saturday. It only took 10 and a half hours. So it was there was no traffic.
Yeah,
we
a good
caught
trip.
some rain. Yeah, but it was a pretty good trip. We won't tell you how much we spent on gas because you know what's really an issue down here is both my son, Doug, and my son-in-law, Stephen, drive diesel pickup trucks.
Yeah. And
diesel is $6 a gallon down here.
Mm-hmm. I do find it slightly funny though when Doug will call and he'll be like, "Oh my God, I just dropped so much money on diesel," and I'm like, "That wasn't a personal choice to get diesel." I'm just saying.
Yes, it was.
Nobody asked you to get a diesel truck.
I think at the time it was a better choice. But things have changed, of course. But anyway, we took Liam to his first baseball game on Sunday. That was cool. We went to see the Norfolk Tides, which I think was Diane had asked in the chats who they're affiliated with.
Yes.
They are the Baltimore Orioles farm team. And I'm not making any jokes about the Baltimore Orioles because I believe they're ahead of us in the standings.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No. So the Orioles played the Memphis Redbirds? They were the St. Louis Cardinals team.
Oh, okay. All right. No! He froze again. This is my father, Peter. This way? Yes. Here he is. It looks like a mugshot of some kind. At least it's better than the other one. The other one, he was like stuck mid-sentence or something. This one, he's deep in thought, you know? That's what this Pete is. He's deep in thought. I don't know, guys. I might have to do the entire show by myself. That's a lot of pressure. Peter? Peter? Papa? Where are you, Papa? See, also he's calling me again. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, 2 Matts again. All right, I'm sorry for this, guys. Take 3. Is he already frozen? Oh, there he is. Oh my God, this makes me want to smoke, Peter. This makes me want to smoke.
I know.
I don't know. Actually,
and you never did.
I don't smoke.
I did.
I don't smoke, but it makes me want to smoke.
Makes me want to have another one.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! If he just froze again, I swear, this is not working. This is. You ever wake up and you're just like, today's not my day. We're just gonna call this a wash. I think that might be today. I think this Tuesday we might just go back to bed after this, sleep right until Wednesday because you are freezing again. Peter, can you hear me?
Am I frozen?
You're freezing nonstop. Am I frozen off again? And on. Off and on. You're freezing, my friend. I feel like a newscast when they're like, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Tom? Can you hear us? And he sits there staring there at the microphone. You guys know what I'm talking about? I finally feel like that. So.
And I'm frozen, right?
You're like freezing off and on. We can barely understand you. See, the problem is everything in this house is under my control and it's running so smoothly, but I can't control Peter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, people? He's calling me again. All right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him through on the show over the phone. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, if there's one thing that this show is, it's funny. You're now coming over the phone, and we can see you now.
Yes.
I say we just keep you on the phone here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a little work on the image here, and just put me in the center camera, because you're bound to freeze again, my friend.
Okay, so let me remove my headphones because I'm hearing you on delay here. So
yeah, get those out of here. If there's one thing this show is, it's professional.
Yes, it is.
You guys get behind the scenes looks at everything.
So everything's set up about the same way. We are using a different laptop. Do you think it's the laptop issue? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway, do we sound okay?
You guys get to see this because I don't know how to hide this while doing it. This is good stuff. This is good stuff here. Who doesn't like this stuff?
He works so hard to make it look so smooth, and then we have this.
I'm gonna cry after this. After the show's over, I'm just gonna straight up cry. Okay. All right, well, at least we got my beautiful face here, and we got Pete's beautiful voice. This is just how we're going to have to do it. So I want you all to imagine Pete right here to my side. Just picture him and his beautiful face. And we're going to do the show this way, I guess.
Anyway, so, yes, we're down here. Priscilla and Studio Dog Charlie is here. He's spending time with his, what would they be? His cousins, right? He's spending time with Luke and Yoda, and yes, sometimes they get the zoomies and they start wrestling around the house, and we just get Liam out of the way.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, we did go strawberry picking yesterday. That was cool.
Okay, all right.
Put some pictures on Facebook of that because growing season does start earlier down here, so they've had fresh strawberries for a couple of weeks, and there is a strawberry patch, right? It's not a farm. It's not a field. It's a strawberry patch. That's maybe half a mile down the road.
So I don't know. I've never been. No one loves me enough to take me strawberry picking.
Well, you've been by it, right?
Maybe. I guess I don't pay attention.
Okay. So yeah, there's a strawberry patch about a half mile away. So we went and picked strawberries yesterday, and of course we had that wonderful time with Liam every 2 minutes saying, "Grampy." And I go, "What?" He go, "Strawberries." As he points to strawberries. So then 2 minutes later, "Grampy." Yeah, strawberries. and that went on most of the afternoon. So anyway, yeah, that was our day. Sunday was baseball. Yesterday was strawberry picking, and today we're going to head off to the Norfolk Outlets, which is
Oh.
kind of like a Rentham, like a Rentham place. They have all the store, they have Nike there, they have Adidas, they have Levi's, they have all these outlets.
Mhm.
And one of the places we're going to go is well, I owe somebody a pair of boots.
Oh, are you
So,
guys actually getting me a new pair of boots?
well, we're going to look. We're going to look and see if we can find.
I didn't even ask
You
you guys to do that. That's funny.
care to share with the class what happened with your boots?
Yeah. I mean, many things actually. Over the course of a couple months, they keep getting demolished. We have a puppy named Charlie. I'm sure we've mentioned him before. Um, he thoroughly enjoys shoes, but like really has his favorites. And for some reason, my boots are one of his favorites. And when he was really young, he chewed the sole, so I had a bite mark in the back of the sole, but it was like on the inside, so I just hid it for a while. But then he got him again, chewed the top of the sole, just one bite mark right in the top. It was really weird looking. But again, I just dealt with it. But then one day I walked into my room and it looked like a murder scene. There was just shredded insoles everywhere. He took the insoles
Ugh.
out of the boot and shredded them.
Ugh.
Luckily, he's behaving a little bit better when it comes to shoes, but at the time he was not. So yeah, my boots have been through the ringer for sure.
Yeah, so Mom and I figure we owe you a pair of boots. So
Well,
we're going
that's
to be
very nice of you.
searching for some Timberlands today. Your brother, by the way, who came over last night for dinner,
Mhm.
your brother suggested that we get you a pair of cowboy boots because he said, did he specify what kind of boot he wants? And we thought, nah, no.
Listen, I don't really, I don't go for the cowboy boots. I go for, I don't know, like I don't go for the straight up cowboy. You know what I'm saying? I don't go for the pointed tips and the spurs in the back. That's not me. But I do enjoy boots. So
All right. Welcome to Tuesday. It is May 17th. It is National Cherry Cobbler Day today, which is a nice dessert. It's also National Graduation Tassel Day. The day celebrates the accomplishment of every graduate. I don't know why we're celebrating tassels, but that's what the day is called.
they needed to pick something to honor, I guess.
It's National Pack Rat Day today and encourages us to take a look at ourselves and see if we have pack rat tendencies within us. A pack rat holds on to, collects, or hoards often unneeded items.
No, thank you. I will not be participating in that day.
And living with Trish, there is no way I can even try to be a hoarder because she just,
The only thing is my box collection in the attic.
yeah, that you would be a pack rat when it comes to boxes.
Yep.
It's National Walnut Day today, which we've learned over the years. Matt is not a friend of walnuts.
I actually don't know if I've had a walnut.
You've never had a walnut?
Do you remember some memory that I don't?
I think the only time you would have a walnut, I think, is sometimes we put them maybe in brownies, but that's about the only time I can.
Yeah, but that's different.
us
I just
using
don't. I just don't like. I don't like nuts in my candy or brownies or stuff like that. But like separately, I enjoy me a bag of honey roasted peanuts, salted peanuts, maybe
Okay,
some almonds,
all right.
maybe some cashews.
Yeah.
So I guess I need to try walnuts.
And today is this is part of, by the way, it started yesterday. This is National Emergency Medical Services Week, and it never fails. This is probably the second or third time moms have been on vacation when this day, because the hospitals will set up, like a special little buffet for them, have breakfast or whatever, nice little treats, and mom is never around.
All right. Well, she needs to plan in advance. Next year, she's not taking that week off.
What did she tell me yesterday? Yesterday, she missed out on, I guess there's a bacon food truck
Oh,
that goes around the Boston area, and they had the truck yesterday was at one of her stations.
man, she missed out.
On the date book on this day in 1875, the first Kentucky Derby was run. Oliver Lewis aboard Aristides won the race in 2 minutes, 37.75 seconds.
Is that
Remember
good? Is that a good time?
I don't know what they're doing now. Maybe I don't know if it's closer to 2 minutes or what, but Remember I told you it's the fastest 2 minutes in sports. They spend the whole day hyping it up, and then it's done.
That is crazy. Do they have? I've never watched. I've never done anything with the Kentucky Derby. Do they have multiple races? Like, are there like less important races beforehand or something?
No, there's one race.
Wow. So you literally spend the whole day just like dressed up, eating food, and then
and
stressing about money.
The drink to have is the mint julep.
Oh,
mint julep.
That sounds disgusting.
I don't know if I've had one. Yeah, it sounds really sweet, doesn't it?
I just don't know how I would like mint in my beverage.
On this day, maybe we should do that for a Foodie Friday, huh?
I guess we need a bartender.
Mint juleps. On this day in 1900, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was first published by L. Frank Baum. Yes, it was a book before it was a movie.
That book was the bomb.
On this day in 1971, Stephen Schwartz's musical Godspell premiered off-Broadway.
Okay.
Stevie Wonder released You Are the Sunshine of My Life on this day in 1973.
Let's hear it over the phone, Peter.
Over the phone, yes. You are the sunshine of my life.
I feel like, did somebody make that into a commercial and just kept the "You are the sunshine of my life" or whatever?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't doubt it. And it was on this day in 2004 that Massachusetts became the first U.S. state to legalize same-sex marriage.
Nice.
On the celebrity birthday list today, Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer, is 66. Jim Nance of CBS Sports is 63, one of my heroes.
Yeah, love me some Jim Nance.
Jordan Knight of the New Kids on the Block, he's 51. I told Mom the story about the New Kids the other day, about how they're touring again, but they no longer drop to their knees in dance routines because they can't get back up.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan, who's he with now? I forget. Indianapolis?
Yes, I believe.
Okay. Matt Ryan is 37, and also from Dancing with the Stars, Derek Huff is 37. All right, shall we? Do we have anybody left in the chats?
Yeah, let's see what's going. I haven't even been reading. I've been focused so much on this disaster that's been going on. Gary did say he's exhausted. They're exhausted this morning after the Red Sox had a 2-hour rain delay yesterday, getting home at 2 a.m. Did they continue playing?
Right.
Because
yes, they did, and they ended up winning.
Wow, because when I went to bed, they had not started yet. So, wow, that's crazy.
Gary was there.
That's crazy. Let's see. Dane is here. Coffee's brewing, he says. Everybody's like, nope, he froze. When it was both of my faces, Dana said, 2 for the price of 1. BOGO.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Maybe we'll do that for the rest of the week. It'll just be 2 Matts talking to each other. I will just be literally going insane.
You would argue with yourself. I can see it coming.
I would. I have some very controversial opinions that I don't even believe myself sometimes. Let's see. Abby said it's been like 80s and 90s the past 4 days, but today is like 60. I don't like it. Time out, Abby. You tell me it got up to the 90s in Vermont? I'm pretty sure you still got snow.
Our friend Lori, who lives in Rumford, Maine, has been posting her temperatures up there. And yeah, I think it did hit 90 one day.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
By the way, when you were frozen one time, I was talking about the face that it was stuck on, and Dana said, looks like a professional photo you would see on the wall. Because you
a wanted poster, is that it?
Well, one of them was like a very cringy face, but there was one that was very professional. You were just kind of mean mugging at the camera, thinking you were better than everybody else.
No, I was kind of looking at the camera, saying, "What the hell is going on here?"
Let's see. Gail's visiting Skip. What's up, Skip?
Okay.
Let's see.
So she's right down the road from me.
Diane says maybe we should. Oh, that's right. I forgot you were in Virginia, Dad. Diane says maybe we could all take a portion of the show to do. Who knows what today's national holiday is? Who knows the in the news? Yeah, and Matt knows the Stump Up. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Everyone, I'll just call everybody. Good. Everybody can take a segment here.
You could have a big Zoom screen like the Brady Bunch up there. Yeah,
that would be a lot. I would just say. I would need to make sure everybody's muted. You know, you'll have that one person that's not muted.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be so annoying. Gary says we can hear Pete. Sounds like radio all over again on a phone call.
Ta-da!
Yeah, when Pete's talking, everybody just close your eyes and just picture Pete's face so that you don't have to stare at me the entire time. Everyone's just gauging my reaction. I feel like I have to be very theatrical today.
You know what's funny is since you've gone to that one camera, I don't think I've frozen.
Are you serious?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm still seeing both of us.
Should we try it again?
I don't know. Is everybody up to it or what?
Maybe we can. Maybe we'll do it. Let me see. Let me see if I can set this back up. This is going to be the longest show. It's going to be about 8 hours long because we're just going to keep on going back and forth.
Yeah, we'll just keep doing this, and then the next step is I'll go to the Stump Up, and then we'll end the show. That'll be it.
Yeah. We'll be done by like 12, maybe noon, hopefully. All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to shut me off. There's Peter.
Hi.
Should we stay on the phone or should I don't know what we want to do here.
We might want to do that.
Should we just?
If you don't mind me,
let's just do it this way. Things are working. Let's just leave it like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to upset the technology gods. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get to the news before all hell breaks loose again.
All right. In the news today, even if you're not affected, you no doubt have heard that there is a massive baby formula shortage across the U.S. More than 40% of formulas are currently out of stock, according to the New York Times. Experts say that if you're in the group in need of formula, you should contact your pediatrician first. Whatever you do, they say, don't try to make homemade formula, as it will likely not be as nutritious or as digestible as something that's store-bought. The administration says they are working to fix the issue, but for now, the shortage remains a problem for many parents.
They're like, how hard can it be? I'll just blend some goldfish crackers or something.
After just one season as an NFL analyst, it looks like Drew Brees has been let go by NBC. He was doing the Football Night in America studio show. He was also a game analyst. From all accounts, he's a nice guy, which might be why he rarely said anything interesting or insightful, this article says. So unless something changes, Brees will have more time to spend with his family this football season. Now, I have heard that he's in talks with Fox because, remember, Tom Brady's not coming this season. So maybe they're going to use Drew Brees to fill until Brady's ready. Then Brees would go to Team 2 on the Fox broadcast.
That is a good point, though, about being nice, because that does make sense. You kind of need to be able to talk crap about other players, and I feel like that's a rare thing to be comfortable doing.
And that's what I'm worried about with Tom Brady. Because he always seems to be a polite, nice guy when he talks about teammates, and will he be able to say
that's the Patriots way? That's the Patriots way, though. Bill Belichick, compliment everybody so that if you win, you look like, wow, what a nice person. And if you lose, they're like, well, he did tell us that they were really good.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Employees want mental health days. A new survey found that 70% of workers think that they should get mental health days in addition to sick days and vacation days. 78% of respondents said having mental health days would make them more productive at work, and 64% said that they would be more interested in working for a company that offered paid mental health days. Identical twin sisters Jill Justiani and Erin Cheplak of Yorba Linda, California, both just had babies on the same day. Their sons Oliver and Silas were born just hours apart on May 5th in the same hospital. And even crazier than that, both little boys were 20 inches long and 7 pounds, 3 ounces. They measured the same and weighed the same.
I have so many thoughts. Number one, is this just a glitch in the simulation? Did they accidentally make somebody twice?
Oh.
and they're living the same exact life.
Could be.
But also, they planned this, right? And is that kind of weird to plan, the beginnings of that journey, I guess I would say?
Yeah, because they would have had to coordinate that.
Did they call each other up and they were like, hey, tonight?
Tonight.
It's like, awkward, okay.
Jill tells Good Morning America, she says all the nurses were saying usually it's one mom with 2 twin babies. Now it's twin moms with a baby each. The families will remain close as they only live 5 minutes apart. Okay. And St. Louis Cardinals slugger Albert Pujols joined an exclusive club the other night that counts only him and Babe Ruth as members. It's only 2. They are the only players in Major League history to have hit 600 career home runs and also pitched With the Cardinals up 15-2 over the Giants the other night in the ninth inning, Pujols was brought in to pitch, something he's always wanted to do his entire career. He allowed 3 hits, gave up 2 home runs, but the Cardinals did win the game 15-6.
The big difference,
why not, right?
The big difference there, though, is Babe Ruth was a pitcher, so he was probably a little bit more successful on the mound.
All right, let's get to the Stump Up before we lose our connection here.
All right.
Happens. All right. This has been going on now since Friday. It's day 3 today. According to a recent survey by Gerber, 37% of 1-year-olds have this. What is it? Yeah. Now, your clue yesterday was what?
It wasn't possible for older generations. It's a newer generation thing.
Right. And our hint for you today is you're not supposed to do this until they're older.
Yeah.
But 37% of 1-year-olds have one of these. The parents have done this. Okay. So what is your answer? Let us know in the Stump Up, in the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if we get a winner with the Stump Up. Today's fascinating fact, clocking in at 1,560 words, Rap God by Eminem is the song with the most words. Out of all the songs that have been written, even your American Pie by Don McLean, which is 8 minutes long, doesn't have this many words. Clocking in at 1,500. Can you imagine? Now, he must memorize that for concerts, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would think. I've never been to an Eminem concert, but I would think so. But it's because it has that one part where it's like, innovative. I can only catch one word every now and then, but it's insane.
Wow.
It's insane. Yeah. I need to listen to that song back. It's been a while.
So Rap Gone by Eminem, if you want to check that out. All right, so do we have answers for the Stump? According to a recent survey by Gerber, 37% of 1-year-olds have this. What is it? It is a younger generation thing, and our hint today, you're not supposed to have this until you're older.
The first thing I'll say is Diane says Matt definitely needs a mental health day tomorrow. Yeah, Pete, I'm not coming in tomorrow. Okay, you can figure it out yourself. I don't know, go live on Facebook or something from your phone. Just figure it out. I'm not waking up tomorrow.
The funny thing is, we connected with each other about 7:45, 10:08. And everything was fine.
Mm-hmm. But what did I say to you? I said the only thing I'm worried about is the internet.
Yeah,
because it was making me nervous. I felt it in my stomach, a little nerves. All right, here we go. Stumpa though. We got to do this before Pete leaves. Diane says not formula, which nowadays technically yes, but not it.
Trendy, but that's not it.
Yes. Dana says food allergies.
No,
not it. Gary says buy stocks.
No,
not it. Abby says, I don't want to set off everybody's, so I'm going to say the Amazon A word. The lady from Amazon. I don't want to set off everybody's you know what. Either way, incorrect. Dana says, feed them milk.
No.
No. What did Justin say? 37% of 1-year-olds have a question about them on the Stumpa. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
At first, I was like, Justin knows the answer. How is he playing? But that's funny. Gail says, pierce ears.
No, not pierced ears.
And don't do it.
That Friday, right?
Abby says, college fund.
No, not a college fund.
Emily says, potty training toilet. Good guess. We haven't had that one.
No.
But not
that's not it.
Also, remember the hint from today. The hint was, parents aren't supposed to do this until later in life.
Right.
Potty training toilet is not one of them. You don't potty train at 15. Dana says allergy to milk.
No.
Nope. Abby says a camera.
No.
A bike.
No, not a bike.
Dana says internet problems in Virginia Beach.
No, babies don't have that. No, they don't have to deal with it.
Abby says social media.
Social media is right, and Abby wins again. Dang.
We're gonna have to talk about this. I mean, do we? I mean, one of the reasons why I think Abby's so successful is because she just spams a bunch of answers. So do we limit the answers per person? Do we? I mean, Abby, you're running away with it. Is what I'm saying. Do we just claim Abby as a winner now and start over? Like, what do you guys want to do? Abby's dominating.
We used to have a rule.
What's up?
We used to have a rule on the radio show that if you or anyone in your immediate family has won, you cannot win again in 30 days.
See, but does that count as like the prize? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
Or is
did count for the prize.
Can't count as an individual one because that defeats the whole purpose of the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Justin says Nighthawk wins again. That's Abby's new name, Nighthawk.
Yeah, what was it you guys were talking about yesterday? But using first names for older folk.
Yeah, we were just saying how it's the respectful thing to do, but on this show, I read everyone's chats, so I just go by whatever your chat says. So
right.
I call everyone by their first names, and so then I said, "What do you guys want to be called? I'll call you that from now on." And then Abby said Nighthawk, so Abby wants to be called Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
No, that's from I think she said it was from Step Brothers. So no, I guess I'm just gonna keep calling everybody their first name until they show up in my house and punch me in the face and say, "That's really disrespectful, son." I'd be like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Nobody told me to do anything else."
How you mentioned how Mom and I have talked about that because there was one of your friends, and this was when you were still in high school.
I told the story, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of a sudden he says, "Hey, Pete," and I'm like,
"That's not right. Hello?
What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So, anyway, congratulations, Abby. Yes, the answer is a social media account. 37% of 1-year-olds have, like a Facebook page or something. Even though most companies set a minimum age of 13, it has not stopped parents from signing them up. In fact, there was one of your friends who I became Facebook friends with him, I guess, when he was on our baseball team, so I could communicate with you guys. And we're still Facebook friends. But the funny thing is, whenever his birthday comes up, when he registered with Facebook, I think he told them he was 45.
I'm the same way. I purposely tell it, see what he didn't do. I tell it not to show my birth year. Because I'm pretty sure my birth year is like 1970 or something. Because I think I signed up when I was 11 or 12.
Yeah. And that was the only way you could do it back
then. So every time they're like, "Hey, happy 75th birthday, Sonny." I'm like, "I'm not that old." I don't know if you can change it. Honestly, I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll have to go back and check.
I'm just that old at heart, I guess.
It is time for the Tuesday Top 5. As Matt had to remind me yesterday, I had all the notes done for the show, and he said, you never did a Top 5.
For some reason, you always forget the Tuesday Top 5. You don't forget any other segment, but you always forget the Tuesday Top 5.
So this week we have our Top 5 favorite board games. And yes, I did have to go to Google because I only had 4. And I'm like, what else is there?
I just always Google it just to remind myself if I miss a really important game.
Right. That's a good point. So here we go. My number 5, I guess that's a board game, right? Checkers. My number 5 is checkers. I like playing checkers.
Ironically, I went with chess at number 5.
You went with chess?
It just shows you and me. You play checkers, I play chess. All right, buddy.
There you go. A little too much. You play Quirtle, and I only play Wordle.
Exactly. So, you have another great example.
Me, okay. Mm-hmm. My number 4 is Monopoly.
Same here, brother.
Is it really?
Yeah, I also put Monopoly.
I didn't put number 1 because I know we've talked about Monopoly. I'm just one of the guys that thinks, whenever you say, "Do you want to play Monopoly?" I'm like, well, there goes the whole night.
Well, because we've been playing wrong.
True.
Yeah.
This is one that I thought I had to look it up because I was sitting with your mom putting this list together, and I said, "Hey, what's the name of that game, where you flip people down? Like you say, does your person have a beard?" So I had to look up and remember the name of that game is Guess Who.
I know.
So I love Guess Who.
You really reminded me about that one. I forgot about it. We had Disney Guess Who, which was a lot of fun. Is your person a princess? And then they're like, "No," and then you can put down like 50 of them.
That's just true.
Yeah. My number 3, and this I don't know if it's classified as a board game, but the article I found on the internet of like top 50 board games had it, so I figured I could use it. And it gets very competitive in the Braley household. Uno.
Oh. What's that?
Uno.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that one. Yeah, because, it's a card game, but is that different from a board game?
See, here's my this was my train of thought here. I was thinking about some card games and whether or not they would classify, and I said, no, I don't think card games would classify because it's board games. But Uno, you don't use a typical deck of cards. You use like its own deck of cards. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
I feel like Uno is its own game. So that's why I put Uno on the list.
All right.
If you want to fight me on that, well, I'll send you the article that says it's a board game. Okay.
My number 2. This is the Tuesday Top 5 favorite board games. My number 2 is something I've been reacquainted with this week here in Virginia Beach, Candyland.
Yeah, I see you're playing a lot of games down there.
Yeah, Liam's got a Candyland. I think it's a different version. Oh, and you know what else Sarah does is, you know, the cards, like what is it? You get a card. One of them's a peppermint patty or something. Peppermint candy.
Okay, yeah.
So that might send you back. Sarah takes those cards out because she said she doesn't feel Liam is ready for the having to go back.
I don't know if I agree with that, but this is competitive me, so I don't know if I'm just qualified to make that choice.
I did ask her the other day your question. I said, "Are we at the point where you don't let Liam win anymore?" And she said, "Oh yeah, we don't do that. I mean, we play."
So then put the cards in there. See, think about the level of disappointment when he finds out that there are setbacks in life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I say put the cards back in. My number 2 is a game that Pete doesn't like because it involves what he claims is math, but it really doesn't. Yahtzee. I enjoy Yahtzee.
Yahtzee is not in my top 5 only because I can never remember what's a straight or a flush or all that stuff.
I mean, there's no flush, I don't believe, at least.
Okay.
Actually, no, because a flush has to do with the suit of cards, and we're playing with dice.
Okay.
So there's no flush. But the only math is adding it up at the end, I guess. Well, there are statistics if you want to take it. Like, there's probability involved if you want to take it that far. But you don't need to. I mean, Trish plays. I don't think she uses probability.
How many times, of course, I haven't played it in a while, but I can look back on times when it was my turn to roll the dice, and I'd be like, all right, what do I need? I would need someone else to tell me what I needed to get because I couldn't figure it out.
Just roll the dice and put it somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
My number 1, all right, top 5 favorite board games. My number 1 is the game of Sorry. I like the little popper in the middle that makes the dice go. Then you move your little.
No, that's Trouble.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry's the game with cards, and it gives you a number.
Okay, so I guess I have to go with 1 and 1A. So my 1A would be Sorry.
Yeah.
My number 1 would be that. You're right. I forgot that's Trouble.
Well, I thought you were like, it made sense that you put Sorry. It's a Braley family classic up in here. Our Sorry board has seen better days because it's so worn from playing so much.
Yeah.
But it's once you said the popper, I was like, that's not Sorry.
Oh,
that's Trouble.
I forgot about that.
Hey, we'll cut you some slack. So, I don't know the last time we played Trouble, so I wouldn't remember the name either.
Trouble is my number 1. Sorry is my 1A.
Okay. You know, I respect it. Both good games. My number 1 is quite possibly the most competitive game the Braleys play when it comes to board games.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this one.
Scrabble.
Yes.
We love some Scrabble up in here.
Especially when Doug ends up winning. I mean, I don't know how that happens. He will even tell you that his academic career was not the greatest.
I think his strategy just trumps everything. He'll be the one that has a 60-point 2-letter word. He'll be that guy.
I will always remember the game we played where he spelled the word axe, A-X-E, but he ended up getting like a triple word score with an X involved. Yeah. So you're right. He ended up with 30 or 40 points for that.
Ridiculous. All right. We do have some in the chat and some honorable mentions as well that I thought of while making this. And because I'm cheating off of everybody else's list, I'm like, oh, that's a fun game. Like Gary right here. He's adding a number 6. I'll get to his 5 before, but he said Mancala. I love Mancala.
Oh, Mancala, yeah.
Such a great game. All right, here we go. Yep. Dana says, number 1, Sorry. Number 2, Trouble. Number 3, Checkers. Number 4, Chess. And number 5, Cribbage, which I have no idea what cribbage is.
Yeah, I've never played that either. Our friend Greg down in Florida, he's a huge cribbage player, but I've never learned. Dana, you have to teach
us
cribbage.
We need a cribbage night. Yep. Diane says Cards Against Humanity and anything with a pop-o-matic. I don't know what that is. Is that like the Trouble thing? A pop-o-matic?
I think yes. Yeah, I think it is.
All right. Gary says number 5, Quelf. What is Quelf?
Quelch?
Well, he spelled it with an F. Is that a typo?
Huh.
What is that game?
I'll have to look that one up.
Number 4. Gary has some. Number 4 is Phased. Oh, Phase 10. Never played.
Okay.
Gary's just living this unique game life. I think I need to join. I think I need to join these nights. Number 3, Life. Classic, great game. Number 2, Cards Against Humanity. Number 1, Scattergories. Kat plays a lot of Scattergories.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Abby says chess, sorry, guess who, cribbage, and Mancala. What is up with you cribbage people? How have I never played before?
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that.
Justin says number 1, Trouble. Number 2, Sorry. Number 3, Monopoly Go. Is Monopoly Go the one with the credit card? I like how they modernized it. You can have a debit. We don't do cash anymore. Strictly debit.
Oh, what? It's a cash-free society game.
I guess. Diane says, I do the reverse cheats. I make sure I have the cards that will send me back and let the child get the ones that make her go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I could do
you're
that.
You're not a fan, huh?
Me? No. No, I'm very competitive. I don't care if you're a baby.
Let the kid know.
I want to win. Yeah, I grew up for a reason. It's to be better than little kids at board games. Okay, that's what growing up is. You get more advantages in board games. Let's see. Gail says Malarkey, Balderdash, Trivial Pursuit, Cards Against Humanity, and Monopoly. So many games I need to try.
I was a fan of Trivial Pursuit.
I've never played Balderdash.
Nope.
Or
I don't
Malarkey.
think I have either. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to more in the post show if we have a post show. I don't know what's going to happen here, but it could be anything. But we'll get to more.
By the
later.
way, what am I on camera or not?
Yes, you are. So don't pick your nose.
I could probably move this, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're not using that, right?
Nah, it's just for show.
All right, it's time for Am I the A-Hole? It is one of our Tuesday regular features here, and went on Reddit yesterday. Actually, spent quite a few minutes going through the Am I the A-Hole questions because some of these were just really bizarre. But this week we've decided on this one. I am a 28-year-old woman. My husband is 31, and we recently had our first child together, a little boy. We've just found out that we are expecting our second child. We also recently moved a few states over for my husband's work. We moved to a town that's a bit of a cross between an old small town and a suburb, and we ended up buying an older house. Well, a few weeks ago, we were still getting settled in. I was working on unpacking while my son was taking his afternoon nap. When I heard the doorbell ring, I answered the front door and I saw an older man, probably in his mid-60s, with a couple of little girls. Not sure how old they were, but likely under 10. They were standing on my front porch. The man said, "Hello, I'm really sorry to drop in on you like this. My name is blank, and these are my 2 granddaughters. This was the first house I ever lived in, and I lived here until I was 12 years old. I've always missed this place, and I just want to see it one last time and show it to the grandkids since I've been boring them with stories about this place their entire lives. I don't mean to impose, but I noticed you just moved in here, so would it be asking too much to just let us walk through here one more time? We'll be gone inside of 30 minutes, I promise." She says, "Okay, now, I don't know this man. Admittedly, he looked completely non-threatening. He was short, he was bald, he was chubby with a pleasant expression. But still, I was a pregnant woman home alone with my other tiny, vulnerable, sleeping baby. Based on that, I told him, geez, I'm sorry, but no, I'm just not comfortable with strangers traipsing through my house right now." He answered, "I completely understand, but we really won't be a bother. We won't touch anything and we'll be gone soon. I know this is an odd request, but it would really mean a lot to me if you would let me in for a little bit." I answered, "No, sorry, I can't do that. This is my home and I won't let a stranger in without a good reason. So please leave." He said, "I think giving an aging man one last visit to his childhood home is a good reason, but okay, can't force you." He then left. Later that evening, when my husband got home, I told him about the weird encounter. He told me that I should have just let the man look at the place. He said, we all get nostalgic about the places we grow up in, and it would have been a nice gesture to let this man see his childhood home. He also said, I likely just fostered bad will among my new townmates. But I think my comfort and safety, as well as the safety of my son, was more important. So she wonders, am I the a-hole? One respondent said, it's entitlement. My friend had this happen to her when she was pregnant on bed rest and had a toddler. An old woman insisted on getting a tour. Turns out she did it with every new owner because she just wanted to see how new people redecorated the house.
Oh, my God.
A couple of other people said, you're not the a-hole. That's straight up creepy. I don't know. What do you think?
So we're actually kind of split. Well, most people are saying she's not the a-hole. Let's see. Okay. Abby says Ted Bundy didn't look threatening either. Great point. Justin says, absolutely not. You never know what kind of scams people are running. Send in the old dudes so the big dudes come in later after they see the valuables. That's true.
Right.
That's a good point.
Maybe he was scouting it out. Yeah.
Gary says, nope, absolutely not. He probably would rob you. Yeah, that's a good point. You got to watch out for those old people, man. They look a little old and then they walk in and snag the fancy china or something. I don't know.
Hey.
Okay, you associated yourself with being old there. I was not pointing fingers. You can rewind the tape. In no way was I calling Pete old. He made that assumption himself.
I made that connection. You're
not taking the blame for that one. But then Diane says she's an a-hole. She needs to listen to Miranda Lambert's The House That Built Me. Okay. But it would be a very easy thing for an old guy to pull that card and then steal stuff. Just saying.
This is true.
Val says, this was my stance on it. Val said, not the a-hole, but could have made arrangements for them to come back when hubby is home. Yes, I agree.
Oh, that's excellent point.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe make arrangements for like later in the day when either hubby is home or when maybe hubby can be home and you can take the baby elsewhere. Like, don't have the baby be home. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure everybody's safe. But yeah, I would think maybe some arrangements could have been made. Abby says, not an a-hole, stranger danger. Could have set up a time for him to come back when the husband was home if it had to happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I think personally. What's your stance, Pete?
I would agree with that point. I hadn't thought about that, but maybe make an arrangement when she's not there alone.
I don't like how the guy just dropped in and was like expecting to come in. Like, I'm thinking if someone walked up to the house right now and was like, hey, can I check out the house? I'd be like, no, I'm busy. No, no. Don't just drop in on people.
I'll have to check with Trish, but I do seem to remember somebody coming back and seeing the house. Someone that had lived there once, and I do remember somebody coming in and checking out, all the change, because there have been quite a few changes. You're sitting in a room that was the front porch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And for the longest time, there was no front porch. There was no even where our kitchen is. That was added. That wasn't afterwards.
There wasn't a bathroom. It was an outhouse. We've been over this. Yeah.
Which we still can't figure out why there were two. I mean, do you have company?
Hey,
what are you doing out there?
Sometimes when you're in love, you just do everything together. I'm sorry you've never experienced that kind of love, Pete. Okay.
No, Trish and I have never gotten to that level.
That's probably a good thing.
No.
Anyways,
question for you today. I realize we are getting near 9 o'clock only because we
we spent 45 minutes trying to figure this shit out.
Couldn't get started. I did mention in the beginning of the show how gross is your toothbrush, and you look like you're frozen, Matt.
You're frozen.
Have I frozen?
You're frozen.
I'm frozen.
I'm just displaying your beautiful face.
Okay. How gross is your toothbrush? There's no such thing as a clean toothbrush.
Nice.
Toothbrushes are gross. We know this. They are bristled petri dishes of bacteria that we continue to put in our mouths, even though we know how disgusting they are.
Nice.
But there is some good news. The CDC says that although there is a ton of bacteria on your toothbrush, most of it comes from your own mouth, and therefore it's not going to make you sick. In fact, they say efforts to keep them clean by storing them in containers or keeping them away from the sink, those efforts can be futile. The best way to keep your toothbrush clean is to rinse it thoroughly after use and then let it air dry.
Gross. It's just, just another gross. Starting your day off on a positive note, your toothbrush is freaking nasty.
And how often do you change your toothbrush? What is this supposed to be like? Every 3 months?
I think it's every 6 months. I think it's supposed to line up with how often you go to the dentist.
Oh, okay.
If I'm correct, I think.
Yeah, I think we do that, right? Every time we go to because they always give you a new toothbrush, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I have to order like a new, because I have an electric toothbrush now.
Oh, yes.
Because I finally moved up in society. But yes, I need to buy like one of those the head of the brush. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time for today's random question. And our random question is one from Reddit, because I was there yesterday. Without saying your age, what was something that was trending during your childhood? Without saying your age, what was something that was trending during your childhood? Now, first of all, during my childhood, the word trending didn't exist. We didn't use it much.
Good point.
I was trying to think what was trending in my, and now I'm not supposed to tell you my age, but we already have on this show.
We celebrated. We celebrated your birthday last year.
Yeah, we did.
So anyone could just go back.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. I was born in 1961. So I'm trying to think what was trending then. It was probably color TV, right? Color TV.
I don't even need to insult you today. You're doing it for yourself. That's hilarious. I don't even need to be here, to be honest. I'm just going to sit back and relax. You'll just back yourself into a corner.
I guess so.
That's great.
I don't know. What's been trending during your life, your childhood?
I don't know. The automatic thing I thought of was silly bands.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a big thing.
And also Smensels, the pencils that smelt good and cost parents a fortune.
I don't remember those.
But they were made out of recycled materials.
Oh.
So it made you feel a little bit better about dropping like $6 on a pencil. Yeah, they came in a tube and they smell like different things. I don't know if those are good enough answers though. I'm trying to think of what was popular like back then. Yeah. I don't know. I can't. Those are the two things that came to mind. We do have some answers here though. Val says big hair.
Oh yes, big hair.
We talking like hairspray, big hair from like musical Hairspray when it's like poofy up here.
Yeah, poofy hair. I think. Yep.
Abby said Pogs. What is
Pogs?
That? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Pogs.
Yeah.
I seem to remember that, but I can't picture it.
All right. Well, let us know, Abby.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Gail says Barbies.
Okay.
All right.
Barbies were a big thing.
Gary says the Skip It. What was the Skip It?
The Skip It was a thing that it was you would put your foot through this ring.
Yeah, no, I'm picturing it. Yeah, and it looks like a ball and chain is what it looks like.
Exactly.
And you swing it around, you jump over.
Swing it around.
Yeah.
And you have to skip over it.
For a second, when he said Skip It, I was thinking the Bop It. You remember that little toy that had the Bop It, twist it, the stupid thing. It was like pull it, whoop, whatever. It made the stupid noises. Dana says a Rubik's Cube. I've never learned how to solve one. I've wanted to, but then get scared at how much time it would probably take to learn how.
Mr. Math Guy has not figured out a Rubik's Cube?
Is it math?
Well, I think so, right? The number of turns, the way you turn it. I
guess. Maybe I'll learn someday.
It's above me. I wouldn't know that.
This is what I'll probably do. What I typically do with like just weird skills like that, I learn how to do it enough but not to master it. Like I know how to juggle, but I can't juggle for a while because the balls keep moving forward. So I eventually drop them, but I can juggle for like 10 seconds. Also, yo-yoing. I can yo-yo, but I can't do any cool tricks. And I'll most definitely, it won't come back up at least at one point. I'll mess up somehow. So maybe I'll learn how to solve like most of a Rubik's Cube.
That was something that was trending during my childhood is Duncan yo-yos. That was the brand. Yeah, we used to, and they had all different kind of shapes too.
Yeah.
And I'm like you. I couldn't do any, crazy tricks on it, but I could do a few.
Yo-yoing is so peaceful. I went through like a brief yo-yo phase. It's so fun. I love yo. I might try and find my yo-yo after this show. Abby says Lisa Frank and Marky Mark.
Marky Mark was a singer. Was Lisa?
Is Marky Mark not Mark Wahlberg?
I believe it was.
It was, right? Okay, yeah.
I believe it was, yeah.
Val says Cabbage Patch Kids.
Okay.
Did anybody get into Cabbage Patch Kids in this familia? Or was it past its time?
If anybody, it would have been Sarah, but I don't think we had a lot. No.
American Girl dolls were Kat and Sarah's thing.
What were those little things too? The TY babies or something?
Beanie Babies?
Beanie Baby? Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe Beanie Babies.
And apparently they're worth a lot of money, certain ones. So if anybody has a Beanie Baby collection, you better break that out and go check on the internet.
They usually have to be in pristine condition, though, don't they? And you guys always, and me too, I always played with my toys. You know, my G.I. Joes were never in collector's condition.
Yeah. Funny enough, Doug and I just went through our G.I. Joes. Had to split them up because Doug's G.I. Joes made the trip down south.
Yep, we have them down here to give to him.
Abby says those flying fairies that would give you a black eye and get stuck in your hair. Is that the thing? Yeah, I don't know what the device was, but they would like spin up. Yeah, and they would spin up.
Yep.
Val says
get stuck in here.
Cable TV when there really were no commercials.
Yes, that's right.
You guys are really showing your age here. I'm just saying. Let's see. Diane says, when I was 10-ish, those glass balls on string you bonked together. I remember those from Drake and Josh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
do remember those.
That's when I remember those things. Dana says, Aqua Net Big Hair. What does that even mean? Is that like lunch ladies with big hair? They would put in a hairnet?
I think so. Yeah, right.
Justin says Skeletos. I don't remember Skeletos.
No, I'm going to have to Google that.
And Justin and I are the same age, so apparently Justin had a cooler childhood than me. Thanks, Pete.
Sorry, Matt.
Gail says Dana. Oh, yeah, Dana said he almost spit out my seltzer with that one. I don't know. Somebody's funny. One of us, either you or me.
I know.
And then Gail said, Dana, we really have to properly time our beverage sips. Yeah, I'm trying to think what a good opportunity. The intro, there's normally not too much funny stuff in the intro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's pretty much straightforward. The thought for the day, I mean, you're not going to goof on that.
Well, unless you're just very pessimistic, maybe you would goof on.
Could be.
It's like,
could be.
Life is a happy time. And you're like, that's some bullshit. Let's see. Emily says Barney.
Barney, yes.
Justin says Zoo Pals. Were those the plates? Those were the plates, right? Where they had an animal's face and the little compartments for like your carrots and your...
Yes, put your carrots in
and it was like,
ear.
oink, oink, Zoo Pals, ribbit, ribbit, Zoo Pals, Zoo Pals make eating fun. Yeah, I was a big Zoo Pals fan, so I don't know if you guys could tell. Abby's saying they were small little cardboard or plastic circles with characters on it. I don't actually know how to play. We just collected them. Which one was that? I forgot what I asked you to tell us. Lisa Frank?
Might have been.
I don't know. Let us know. But yeah, we'll get to... I don't know if we're doing a post show. Maybe we will, but we'll get to... There's a ton of them. Do we have anything else for today, Peter?
Yeah, just one more, and that is, how would you like to spend all day in the sun? The sun came up in one town in northern Alaska last Tuesday at 2:58 a.m., and the sun will not set until August 2nd. It is the town of Utqiagvik. It's the only place in the United States that sees nonstop sunlight. The locals there call this time of year midnight sun. Due to the northern hemisphere tilting toward the sun, the town in the Arctic Circle experiences 83 days where it never gets dark. Of course, they pay a price for this because the area starts losing sunlight in late summer and it goes completely dark right after New Year's. And then it stays dark for a number of days. I don't know if I could take that. I mean, you know, we love, at least I do, we love sunlight, love being out in the sun and such, but I don't know. I mean, it would make going to bed difficult, wouldn't it? You'd have to really get room darkening curtains.
Yeah, which I think with curtains nowadays, you could probably still get a good night's sleep.
Right.
But I just don't know if I could take the extremes of that. I do like nighttime, so like the all-day night would be weird, but maybe kind of cool. I don't know.
Can you imagine me living in a place where it's dark for 20, 30, 40 days.
I don't think you'd wake up. I think you'd just sleep the entire 6 months.
Yeah. I would hibernate.
Yeah,
I would hibernate.
literally. My question is, though, do you think anybody moves to this place? Or do you think it's kind of like you're born there, you stay there kind of thing? I don't know if anyone would move there because it's so extreme.
There might be a few people that do that because they want to, but I don't see them staying there for, it's maybe something you do for 1 or 2 years.
Like maybe that's like a work thing. Like you got to go there for some sort of specific job, maybe. But I don't see anybody being like, where I want to live, anywhere in the United States, somewhere where it's always nighttime and always daytime. Sounds fun to me.
Yeah. That'll do it for today.
Oh, I was just going to say, Abby did say mental health would suffer there. She said mental health wouldn't suffer there at all, which I believe is sarcasm.
Yes.
But yeah, that'd be
because
tough.
if you in the wintertime, if you have that seasonal affective disorder, I mean that must be a big issue up there, right?
Also, you got to be taking some vitamin D supplements because I don't know how you would would do without any sun.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll do it for today. You want to do a quick post show so you can catch up on chats?
Sure.
All right, so we'll come back with the post show in just a bit. If you do have to leave us, we do have a thought for the day today, and our thought is see the possibility, not the problem. Something comes up in life, see the possibilities, not the problem. All right, stand by. We'll be right back with the post show.
We're here somehow.
Hello.
I feel like we duct taped this show together.
I can't tell you the number of times in radio that we pretty much duct taped a show together. I mean, there were issues when we would go off and do these special breakfast shows. You never know what's going to happen when you go on location.
The phone / Zoom was like just luck. I don't know why your face is all of a sudden. I guess maybe the internet improved. We probably could have done it the normal way, like the second half of the show. But you did freeze at another point, so the phone was good because it wasn't that bad. But yeah, I was ready to go to bed like 5 minutes into this. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, I did not sign up for this kind of stress in my life. Where was
like I said,
sorry, go ahead.
The funny thing is, everything I believe is set up the way it usually is.
Yep.
When we're on remote, I don't know what's going on. So
just there's always got to be a curveball. There's obstacles put in front of us, and I guess you're supposed to overcome them. Some of us just want to go to bed, but where was it? Somebody said Gail said this show is great, so. I don't know if maybe Gail has her eyes closed or no, I'm just kidding. We do appreciate it. We appreciate you all sticking around. It really means a lot to us. It makes me emotional. Because to be honest, if I was watching and all this shenanigans happened, I probably would have left. Maybe turned on, I don't know, ESPN, caught the top 10 and called it a day. But we do appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
All right, chats. Let's go to board games first.
Oh, you're going to board games? Okay.
Oh, you can read what you want to read.
No, I was just going to say, Dana mentioned, things that were trending when you were young. He mentioned parachute pants.
Oh, yeah.
Parachute pants. Oh, and Abby mentioned Polly Pockets, too.
Yeah.
Your sisters were into that. All right, what do you got? You said board games?
All right, let's see here. Funny enough, the internet now is giving me trouble on my end. So I don't know what's happening. A lot of people are saying that they think I would like cribbage because it's math-based. They think.
Oh, okay.
Dana says, we'll be more than happy to teach you guys cribbage, and Matt, with your numbers mind, you'd be awesome. That's a lot of pressure.
All right.
Apparently, Abby played it in statistics class. So is there probability involved? What's going on here?
Wow.
Justin did say
Okay.
headbands is pretty fun too. Yeah, we do enjoy some headbands.
Is that where there's a word that everybody has on their forehead?
Yes. You have to. Do you have to act
give
it out or
clues
give? Yeah, that's right. You give clues for the person, and they have to
and
guess
they have
what's
to
on their
figure
head.
out what the word is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know what
I
game was
remember
fun
we
that we used to
played
play? What's up?
What?
Oh my God, the
No,
Zoom.
I was going to say
the Zoom delay.
I remember we played headbands during a hurricane once.
Yeah, that's right, and we had to make
We
our
had
own.
no power, and we just put Post-it notes on our head.
We made it. Yeah, we made our own things.
Yep.
The other game that I really liked that I don't know who has. I think we have it somewhere, unless Trish got rid of it. Do you remember Mad Gab?
Yes.
That was a really fun game.
Yeah.
You would get a card with a bunch of words, and you had to it's a bunch of words that if you said it fast enough or in a certain way, it would say a common saying or a person or something in pop culture.
Exactly.
But the
Right.
words you were reading were very, very stressed syllables where it wasn't obvious what the word was.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I remember that game was a lot of fun, man.
It was.
We need to find it. Although I don't know
Okay.
I wonder if the pop culture things would still be relevant.
Oh, good point. Probably not.
I wonder if it's
Probably not.
I don't even know. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head because it would have to be relevant 15 years ago. Does anyone remember what happened 15 years ago?
By the way, Diane, what was it? Gail at one point said she'd love today's thought for the day. And then Diane said, Matt, the show ended up going well because you saw the possibility, not the problem. See?
Oh, I saw all the problems, Diane. I saw all the problems crystal clear. Trust me. Trust me.
I don't know how much longer I have in the show because the elbow's getting tired.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about it. We need to get you a telemarketer headset.
To walk around.
That's what we need, a telemarketer headset for you.
Oh, right.
And that would work out great because then in your free time, we could have you making cold calls. So that would actually be a good way to profit the show. We can maybe sell a fake ibuprofen or something.
We could do that.
It'll just be like a Jolly Rancher. I don't know.
Why not?
I think if anyone from the FDA or something is watching, that was a joke. We will not be selling fake ibuprofen. All right. What else did we have a lot of answers for? What have we talked about today?
We talked about what was trending when you were younger.
Oh, yes, that. The thing I described, Abby was describing those pogs.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, where did it go? You guys have been talking a lot today. Oh, the small little. Excuse me.
Me.
COVID. They were small little cardboard or plastic circles with characters on it. I don't actually know how to play. We just collected them. Those were the pogs, apparently.
Okay.
Val says Judy Blume books. I don't know if I read those. Which one was Judy Blume? I remember Amelia Bedelia books.
Oh, yes.
Does anyone remember those?
I used to love that name.
Yes. I mean, it's perfect. Perfect. But yes, okay, the Judy Blume books. Abby says Pokemon was big too, never got into it, and now I have no choice because Logan's into it now. I never got into Pokemon, and I now face ridicule from Justin because apparently he always claims I didn't have a good childhood because I missed out on big things like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, there's another Mandela effect that I saw yesterday, and this is everybody seems to remember Pikachu had a black zigzag on his tail.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, he's never had that. It's always been yellow.
I did see that one before.
I don't know.
And I don't know if see, me personally, I always thought that, but I was never really into Pokemon, so I don't think I can make an accurate statement, but all you Pokemon focused people, is that true? Is that a true statement there?
I don't know. By the way, talking about things you remember from your childhood, Dana was talking with Val, and Dana said, man, the 80s were great. And Val said, what? I'm old. Not Pete old, but old. Thanks a lot, Val.
Hey, you did it to yourself today, man.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? So I set myself up for that one. So.
Dana said, man, the 80s were great. Were they, Pete? I wasn't even a thought at that point.
Yeah, yeah. I was. We had no kids in the 80s, so we just, just had us.
Yes, There's no better time in life than before you have kids. Am I right?
We did a lot of traveling, and what's funny though is I was seeing this on Reddit yesterday. There were a couple of stories in the "Am I the A-hole" category, and there were a couple of stories about how people always nagging couples. When are you going to have a baby? When are you going to have a baby?
Mm-hmm.
And your mom and I were like that because we were married 8 years before we had Sarah.
Wow.
And it got to the point, I think, where people kind of gave up. Like maybe they thought we couldn't have kids or we were never going to have kids. But yeah, you do go through that. If you've been married, I don't know when it starts. After the first year, second year, everybody's like, so when are you going to have children? It's like, number one is none of your business.
Yeah. Well, my first comment is times have changed. Some people don't want to have kids. That's just life.
Right, that's true.
But my second comment is, it slipped my mind. Now I don't know what my second comment was.
Don't you hate that?
Here I am trying to make a nice statement, trying to support people and be like, hey, you don't have to have kids. And then I forgot my joke. I remember what it was. My second comment, moral of the story, don't get married. That was what I took from that story. Don't get married, and then they can't ask you whether or not to have kids.
I guess.
There we go. Problem solved. Val says Holly Hobby.
Holly Hobby, which I remember that name, but I'd have to look up what they are.
All right. And Abby says Lisa Frank was the psychedelic school supplies. Is that just a code name for weed? Psychedelic school supplies?
No.
Oh.
No, she's right. It was a lot. There were a lot of colors. There was a lot of craziness.
It's code for shrooms.
Shrooms.
Psychedelic school supplies.
Justin says Pikachu definitely had black on his tail. No.
How does this happen? Do you think there's somebody that pays off the Pokemon creators to go back and recreate everything just to mess? Maybe there's a Mandela group, and they're like,
I wouldn't doubt
we're going to
it.
pay people to go back and change everything, every proof of everything, just to mess with people.
Could be.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Is there anything else? Val says bomber jackets, skinny ties, parachute pants. Dana, these are G's answers. So skinny ties is funny because I feel like skinny ties made a comeback. I don't know if it's still making a comeback.
Yeah, there are some ties out now that I'm just not comfortable wearing because I'm used to a good 2-3 inch. I guess a 3-inch tie.
Pete needs an old man.
But now, yeah, I need an old man tie. I need one of those Texas bolo ties, that they wear down in Texas.
The Roomba just made my heart stop because it was telling me that it needs charging, and I thought someone was in the house. This is just one thing after the other.
Because I know sometimes the Roomba can its battery dies under the couch.
Luckily, it's in the middle of the floor. I was going around super quick this morning, and I was like, I'll get it after the show. But now it's like, please charge Roomba. And it's probably just going to keep getting louder until I finally charge it.
By the way, one more thing on the Mandela effect. Abby says, I remember a step-by-step drawing thing, and it definitely had a step for the black on his tail. I don't know.
I don't get it. How do they do this? How do they do this stuff?
Welcome to the Mandela effect.
Dana says, Pete, just put your phone on speaker and put it on the desk. I mean, you could try it.
I could try, but doesn't it?
We'll test the audio quality.
Doesn't it get kind of hollow if I do that or what?
It's not terrible.
No?
We can do it for the post show. Rest your arms, old man.
Hey.
Yeah, you've been saying it this whole time. We do need to decide how. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Trisha's probably downstairs saying, "Come on, we want to go to the outlets.
Hey,
let's go."
All I'm saying, thank God we don't have minutes. Back when you were paying for phones, you had a certain amount of minutes. Yeah. We're at 1 hour and 6 minutes on this phone call. So thank God we don't have that. That's all I'm saying.
The battery's not going to make it till lunch.
But yes, you go to the outlets. The following shows of this, we have no idea what it's going to look like. We have to have a meeting later and decide what we want to do. So
tune in tomorrow to find out to
see what the hell is happening. Yeah.
I do have to join you at some point tomorrow, right? Because we have a little dispute we need to settle.
Yeah, there's a massive controversy when it comes to Battle of the Sibs.
We taped Battle of the Sibs on Sunday.
Yeah.
That was the best way to get them all together, because I guess it's Kat's schedule that's kind of goofing things up because they have a lot of makeup games, or like lacrosse is playing at night or something in Norton. So
It's everybody's schedule. It's everybody.
Yeah. But something happened on Sunday that he's a little upset about.
Yeah, you guys will find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's going to do
Thank
it for
you
today,
for being patient with us. Matt, go have a drink.
Yeah.
9:20, but anyway, go out and no matter what, as we always say, make it a great day.
Peace.